Introducing first, making his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, via León, Mexico, this is Flama!
Chase, is Flama walking through the curtain wearing that mask for the very last time?
We shall see, but in his hands, as we know, the scissors he used to cut a piece of the locks from J2 Mattioli. Can he get the whole thing tonight?
You know, there was a time where these two men, Flama and J2 Mattioli, ruled San Diego, ruled Southern California, effectively ruled the entire West Coast as a part of the Heartless Kings. But Flama
and his opponent,
Flama felt overlooked. Flama felt like he was always the bastard child, the runt of the litter in the eyes of this man. And tonight, hopes to exact the ultimate revenge, prove that he is no afterthought. If anything, he is the undoing of the playmaker. Subordinate no more.
making his way to the ring from San Diego, California, he is the playmaker, J2 Mattioli.
And Chase, times they are a-change, and I mentioned before times the Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre era, where J2 Mattioli ran roughshod and made life a living hell as the leader of the Heartless Kings, effectively the Heartless Kings. That could no longer be further from the truth. Look at the tights, emblazoned with the tiger stripes of his native Primal Pro Wrestling. There is no one who embodies Primal Pro more than the Playmaker.
Absolutely. J2, as we know, the head trainer for Primal Pro Wrestling, is here to take on his former protege, but hopefully, as we also know, get his first win here in Primal Pro Wrestling.
Looking for his first singles victory, and it's not a moral victory. So much on the line for J2 Mattioli. That hair, much more than a style choice, much more than symbolism for Mattioli.
Oh, absolutely. The dignity of these two men are on the line.
And for Flama, I mean, talk us through the mask. Talk about what that means, the deep roots in Lucha Libre tradition.
There is nothing held closer to their heart than a mask by a luchador. Losing that is losing your identity. Could we see the end of Flama tonight with that mask coming off? Or will we see the end of J2 Mattioli as we know him being shaved bald?
Again, these two men know each other so well. Mattioli looking for a lockup there. Flama wants no part of it. This is too personal, Mansfield.
My God, just slapping each other. Strike exchange straight off the bat.
Mattioli with the size advantage here, the power advantage coming into play. Flama has to rely on that speed here, but Mattioli, some quickness, some athleticism of his own.
Absolutely, we know he's got the size, but he will throw down with even the best when it comes to lucha.
And Flama is indeed the best, taking Mattioli down. Mattioli returns the favor. These two so evenly matched. They know each other so well. You talk about their time as running buddies in the Heartless Kings. There is no one who knows each other better. As Mattioli looking to fly, lands on the apron. Again, knows Flama so well, knows him like the back of his hands.
Not giving Flama a second to breathe, continuing this offense.
You gotta think, Mansfield, so many of these tricks and these little ploys from Flama were taught to him by none other than J2 Mattioli.
Oh, absolutely. And coming into this, as we know, J2 Mattioli scouted Flama, knows almost absolutely everything about him, especially the offense that he's going to bring.
Now, he scouted Flama. Flama did not scout that. This is J2 Mattioli's territory. On the outside, he is a brawler first and foremost, and with no high ring ropes for Flama to jump or flip or springboard off of, J2 Mattioli indeed in firm control. A poise on the face of J2 Mattioli. A big match, so much at stake for the playmaker, but you wouldn't know it given his attitude here, Chase.
He is intense, and he is just stalking Flama here.
Cover. And a kick out. Only a 1 count there. It is it is a marathon, not a sprint for J2 Mattioli. He knows that. Vertical suplex. Into a cover. Only a 2. And Chase, I'm going to put you on the hot seat. So much on the line for both of these men. Who do you personally see picking up the Duke?
You know, we've seen J2 Mattioli time and time again not be able to get that win due to nefarious means, due to cheating. Tonight, with his hairstyle on the line, I have to give it to J2 Mattioli. He is looking to finally get his first singles win here in Primal, and he wants it against the man who is trying to take everything from him.
Well, that's much easier said than done. Hung up on the ropes, and a guillotine leg drop from Flama sends Mattioli spilling to the outside.
Taking out both men. Can Flama capitalize and get him back into the ring?
You know, Chase, you talk about the cheating, the underhanded tactics that have oft cost Mattioli in his Primal Pro Wrestling career. That is exactly why I have to give Flama the edge. Since his rebirth of the Playmaker, since he re-ingratiated himself, quite frankly, with the National City faithful. Mattioli has done away with a lot of those underhanded, nefarious tactics. Flama, the same can't be said. As we're seeing here, he's not afraid to play a little dirty. In fact, he feeds off of that dirtiness, and I unfortunately think that's going to lead him to victory and the shaving of the head of one Playmaker, J2 Mattioli.
Nasty chops. No love lost between these two.
Referee Juan Montagna playing things a little fast and loose. Knows how personal this is for both of these men. I mean, if we had a double count or two, do both men lose the match? Do we get a shaved head for Mattioli and a lost mask for Flama? What happens there?
That is a great question, Castle.
Cover. Only a 1. Again, Flama telling me earlier on tonight, he feels like the bastard child. He feels like he was always just another body for J2 Mattioli. He never appreciated what he brought to the table or the potential he actually had as a Heartless King.
Absolutely. Instead, J2 decided to stick with Jeremiah, and we saw how that helped him at the end. When Flama came back, not...
Oh! It's going to be it. Mattioli's got to capitalize here. Again, so calm, so collected. Sees Flama roll to the outside.
Air Mattioli.
No, lands on his feet, but Flama back inside the ring. The quickness playing dividends. Now it's Flama looking to fly. And fly he does. Tope Suicida.
It's exactly what he was looking for. He wanted to get to the ropes. He wanted to be able to fly. This is the kind of offense he needs to bring to J2 Mattioli.
But again, Chase, J2 Mattioli, a big man, much bigger than Flama. It's up to Flama now to roll him inside the ring, the only place he can win the match. He does just that, with relative ease, I want to point out.
And if I'm Flama, I'm looking to fly. I'm looking to cut down the big man.
Cover. Flama wants to finish this match as quick as possible. What does that tell you, Mansfield?
You can just see the hatred seething from Flama. He wants nothing more than to humiliate the man who didn't even check on him when he was on the shelf.
Flama making that very, very clear. That is the moment that it dawned on him. J2 Mattioli never cared about him, never saw him as a friend or a brother the way he saw Mattioli. Just saw him as a body, just saw him as a goon, a lackey, a stooge.
And when Flama was gone, J2, no calls home, no checks on him. And because of that, Flama has this deep-seated hatred. Wants to show him, wants to prove to him exactly why he should have been his top protege.
Mattioli's going to need some house calls by the time Flama's done with him here. Targeting the arm, no doubt softening it up, trying to neutralize that Playmaker elbow cover.
Flama too busy gloating.
That is the Achilles heel of Flama. Tries to take Mattioli down, but the size advantage comes into play. Crucifix! Only a 2. Now we are getting desperate. The composure of Mattioli. The composure of Mattioli is fading quick. Cover! And a kick out.
You can see J2's head just bouncing off the canvas with that sling blade.
You can see Mattioli clutching at that neck here. You have to wonder what kind of repercussions that's going to have going forward. The initial sting is one thing, but the neck, a very, very sensitive area, Mansfield, for any professional wrestler.
Looking to cut him down, not have any more power. Flama
digging the knuckles into the ribs of Mattioli. What does that do to a competitor?
And again, and for Flama, it's that added aggression. It's that added, as we see, digging those those fingers in to his side. It is going to take off that air. It is going to stop you from being able to think about, what can I do next to this opponent.
And not only that, utter disrespect to J2 Mattioli. So close to the man's face, literally rubbing it in here. Wrenching at the arm, looking for a submission victory, but Mattioli not going to go quietly into this long night.
Looked like a knee from right there.
The knee, one of the hardest parts of the body. Fans watching at home, massage that knee, feel that knee. That is a hard, unforgiving bone. Imagine a knee from a man the size of J2 Mattioli, who hates Flama the way J2 Mattioli does, getting dug into your face.
Just targeting the head of Flama.
Knee strike after knee strike after knee strike. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Mansfield.
Looking to stop the equilibrium of Flama, not so he won't be able to fly.
Thinking playmaker lariat, perhaps. Oh, sick kick! And Mattioli's not done. Curiously, not going for a cover here, Chase.
I was about to say that, not capitalizing on the move he just did, instead going for...
Thinking PS2, but again, Flama knows him so well. It's a signature move of J2 Mattioli. Who's seen it more? Who's seen it more than his former cohort in the Heartless Kings? Tornado DDT. Flama, look at that. Control of the neck regained. Inverted DDT.
As he knows, learning that from J2 Mattioli, always keeping on your opponent, as he says.
Do not give your opponent a second to breathe, and Flama has done has not done exactly that.
District.
Big elbow drop. Hair of Mattioli.
Shades of the Macho Man.
No! So close, Mansfield. Milliseconds away from Mattioli getting his head shaved bald.
But with that kick out, Castle, I have to say, not a lot of power there.
No.
Basically a rollout, basically.
A weak cover from J2 Mattioli. That's all he could muster after everything Flama's thrown his way. Repeated shots to the face. You can feel the hatred emanating off of Flama.
The tension in this room, you could cut it with a knife.
1 second, momentary distraction. Mattioli getting a little premature, saying whether or not I'm winning the match, I'm pulling off that mask.
Bringing out a little bit of his heartless kings, as we say.
The tiger never changes its stripes, Mansfield. And Flama, if he wasn't pissed off before, he didn't hate J2 Mattioli before, he damn sure does now. Cover. No, not going for a cover. That speaks volumes, Chase. Now.
Needed a little bit of an extra attack.
Did he need a little bit of an extra attack, or did he want a little bit of an extra attack?
Wanted to get that aggression out and continue to hound on J2 Mattioli.
What the hell's he setting up for here?
Grabbing the scissors.
Well, listen, turnabout fair play. Mattioli ripped the mask before winning the match. Flama looking to do the same. It's a foreign object, though, Mansfield. Juan Montano telling him as much.
I get referee discretion, but Juan Montano is going to have to step in here soon.
He's going to cut his hair regardless of the result of this match. The locks are coming off. No!
J2 stopping the scissors.
Mattioli says not today. Not yet. He says cut the crap, not the hair. Now Flama Irish whip.
Taking him to the ropes.
Mattioli ducks.
J2 with a head of steam.
Both men down. What a match, Mansfield.
Both men's dignity on the line, wanting to keep their identity about them. Who is going to walk out a changed superstar.
Again, these two so evenly matched, not just in terms of technical, professional wrestling ability, but in terms of their hatred for each other and how much is at stake. This is anyone's match to win and every man's match to lose.
I mean, we saw it earlier. Flama even bringing out the kind of cheating tactics, the, as you would say, the heartlessness of him. Bringing out a side of J2 we haven't seen in forever, but a back elbow,
and there it is. Heartless King J2 Mattioli wasn't just underhanded, it was effective. Case in point, PS2. Cover. No.
Flama still has some life in him, saying, no, I will not quit.
It's been a banner weekend for J2 Mattioli. Looking to cap it off with victory here tonight, not just saving his hair, but finishing this issue with Flama once and for all.
Flama on wobbly legs. He'll be able to finish the match.
Mattioli's got him up.
Looking for PS2 again, maybe, but
he perhaps went to the well one too many times. Flama manages to wiggle out of the clutches of Mattioli. Went for the super kick, but Mattioli caught him. Suplex!
Right on his neck.
Mattioli ain't done here, Mansfield.
Absolutely not. Looking for
into a cover. No! Still only a 2.
Talk about that innovation. New moves from Mattioli, almost winning the match, but
hold on! Crucifix from Flama nearly stole it here. Looking for any means necessary, so much on the line, and both of these men so exhausted.
You have to think, what more does J2 have to do to put Flama down? What does he have to bring out of his wheelhouse?
I got an idea. I think Mattioli is looking for that Playmaker Lariat. Talking about a game ender for the Playmaker. Tying that hair into the ponytail. It ain't the first time, but it is damn symbolic here tonight, Mansfield.
Player 2 no more, looking to be player 1 for Primal Rage. Can he do it?
Playmaker Lariat. No, nobody home. Flama. Code Red. No, Mattioli kicks out, saves his hair.
As close as it gets, and a cutter.
Again, another Code Red, double tapping. But he's got to go for the cover. Took everything out of him to land that final Code Red, unable to go for the cover here.
He's got to get back up. He's got to push J2 Mattioli over and go for that cover.
Flama only just now stirring. Mattioli's dead to rights. He is out cold here, Mansfield.
Has not moved.
Drags the big man onto his shoulders. Cover! But it's too late.
Again, not a lot of power behind those kickouts. Barely rolling out of the cover.
Not arguing, not intimidating referee Juan Montana. Begging referee Juan Montana. Flama's getting desperate here, Mansfield.
When he gets desperate, he gets dangerous.
The crowd chanting, "You can't beat him." I mean, do you agree?
As much as they might say Flama might not be able to beat him, he does have a win over J2 already.
Back and forth they go, trading shots. These men's tanks running on empty, but still they fight.
There is hate behind those strikes.
For the mask, for the hair, for their pride.
No, it doesn't.
Off comes the shirt, and down goes Flama.
Both men reeling right now.
Yeah, look at the hatred on the face of Mattioli.
Oh, hit him like a man, he says. J2, I mean, begging for more. I have to ask you, Castle, is this smart?
Well, that was not. Slap to the face from Flama.
That was for all of the months you didn't check on him, J2.
And that was for everything Flama has done in retaliation. Mattioli tried to grab Flama, tried to follow up, but Flama collapses here. He's out, he's done.
J2 Mattioli, not a man you want to strike with.
But strike he will. No! Flama playing possum, shot to the throat, and another. Thinking crucifix bomb on the shoulders of Mattioli, but that's not where you want to be. Mattioli begs him off. And you can see Flama struggling to get back up here. I mean, this has got to be... No! No! Referee Juan Montaño's out!
Back elbow to Juan Montaño.
J2 Mattioli, a good person, a good man, making sure Flama was okay. He's okay. He lands the crucifix bomb and there's no one to make the count.
This is exactly what Flama wants. This is exactly how Flama can capitalize and get another win over J2 Mattioli.
It's exactly what he wants, except for the fact that there's no one to make the count. There's no one to make it official here. What the hell do you want? It's Flama.
Going to
He's leaving? He's quitting? Oh, no. That is J2 Mattioli's entrance helmet.
Player
that
2 helmet
is something that has come into play more than once here at the Primal Pro compound, Chase.
Seen Jeremiah Fresh hit him over the head with that before and win. We've seen Flama do it as well. But still, Juan Montaño out on his feet.
And that helmet is going to be what costs Mattioli his damn head of hair. No!
2.99. I don't know if it was just on instinct, but J2 stays in this match.
Mansfield almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Mattioli still very, very, very much in this thing.
And this is where you have to pull from that second tank castle. This is where you have to...
For really both of these men.
Put your heart on the line.
Two heartless kings putting their heart on the line here. Nothing weak about that. Super kick taking down Mattioli, but Flama's limping here. He is nowhere near 100%. Flama wants to end this match as quickly as possible, Mansfield.
Both men hurt, but Flama only one standing on his 2 feet.
Mattioli trying to regain a vertical base, but Flama says it's over. Not if Mattioli has anything to say about it. Playmaker lariat!
Get the cover, J2!
Flama is unmasked.
Your winner, J2 Mattioli!
J2 Mattioli getting his first singles win in Primal Pro Wrestling, keeping his hair. But now, Castle, comes the unmasking. The losing the dignity for Flama, his identity as a luchador, now gone.
Mattioli fought through hell. Physical and emotional hell to get to this moment. He didn't want to do it. Unlike Flama, he didn't glean any pleasure in doing it. He had to do it.
Flama's the man who asked for this match, and unfortunately...
You know, I posed the question as Flama made his entrance to the ring here tonight. Did he step through that curtain as a masked luchador for the very last time? And the answer, Chase Mansfield, the answer was yes.
The Flama we saw walk in is not the Flama we are going to see walk out of this ring tonight. He is going to walk out a changed man.
Flama, as per stipulations for this match, we have to ask you now to unmask at this time. wanted to ask you a few questions as well. First and foremost, could we please get your full name, sir?
Mexican full name.
Yes, sir.
Right on. J2. I thought I had you today. I did.
Hay que saberte el resto, hermano.
Hey. I'll answer your first questions. Todos aquí me conocen como Flama, ¿verdad? Nombre completo, José Armando Cervantes. Nacido en Los Ángeles. Creído aquí en San Diego y Tijuana. Con 3 años haciendo ese deporte que tanto amo. J2, as much as I sometimes don't see eye to eye with you, people like Jake Mays, like Mashika, Bamboo, Fatal, everybody I've mentioned before, they wouldn't be where they are right now if it weren't for you. That's me. Everybody. It's not the outcome I wanted today, but you know what? You are the better man today. Today.
It took Flama to die for Jose to live. Chase Mansfield, the mask may be gone, but something tells me we have not seen the last of this man in a Primal Pro Wrestling ring.
Absolutely not. And you heard him. He has been loving this sport since 3 years old. He is going to keep his heart in this sport as well.
You also heard him saying that regardless of how he feels personally about J2 Mattioli, he would not be here without the playmaker. The Heartless Kings may be no more, but that bond, that brotherhood will live forever.